Cool. Crossing the streams. All the streams. I guess it's okay to have your microphone in front of your body. It wasn't always like that. Back in my day, we didn't have microphones. Okay, we had microphones, but oh, hello, everybody. See how I do with a. Oh no, you can't. You can't. You know that I'm not part of a cyberpunk wonderland. Uh-oh. Beep boop. Beep boop boop doodle doo. Beep boop boop boop. Hey, hey. Oh, hello. Hi, Jake. Hi, Michael. Uh-oh. Watch me as I mystify. I still didn't get these figured out. I mean, so hello everybody. We are brainstorming a open source conference. We did this last year. For those of you who don't know, our Geek Beacon Festival. I wanted to pull up kind of the intro because it worked out super swimmingly. We had a bunch of talent from all over the nation, actually all across the world, and we talked about cybersecurity, and it was good times were had by all. And we're doing it again because it was basically highly requested. So we made a trailer too, and we did this 100% volunteer, so it was a challenge, and we figured, hey, might as well do the damn thing again. So we had Soldier Knows Best. We had a lot of people from the technology sectors all over the world. So let's see if I can't play this little intro for you guys. And then if you want to head over to our Discord, I'm essentially in the chat right now, and we're going to just do a voice kind of like brainstorming session. It's pretty low key, and it should be good times. So let's see if you guys, some of you guys have actually yes, hello, Nixie does GNU Linux. Yeah, I don't know why I'm not posting this on my main channel, but I figured, hey, if this sort of thing happens, at least people on my vlogs channel are a lot more forgiving. Which is true. Okay, let us watch the trailer that we put a lot of work into. And for those of you who don't know, I started in 2017 Geek Beacon, which is basically like a non-Nixie community because I didn't really want to have a community of people that had, you know, a parasocial relationship with me. I wanted to actually have a project, and so Geek Beacon Festival came of that. So let's watch, shall we? Howdy ho. Yep, there should be links for the Geek Beacon Discord if you want to join the chat. We have a lot of our core group of people that put together the last conference. And if you're bored and you just you want to do something that's really meaningful, and we offered it as a free conference the last time. I see a lot of people, Johan, I see a lot of people who have been here that that are in here that actually were a part of the conference, and we couldn't have done it without them. So without further ado, yeah, you guys know I'm not a streamer, so I'm trying my best. And I feel like that part of the Joker. And here we go. Theoretically. Hi, I'm Pixel, founder of Geek Beacon.
And I'm Mark Watson, also known as Soldier Knows Best. Malik from New Meta Group.
I'm Dom Esposito from YouTube.
And I'm Dr. Anthony Bean from Geek Therapeutics.
And thanks, guys, for tuning in for this year's Geek Beacon Festival in support of the Able Gamers charity. Geek Beacon's mission is to create opportunities for techies and gamers and people with disabilities and neurodiversities. I need to get purple hair again, you guys. What do you think?
Helping brands protect their trademarks and copyrights online. Dahlia also litigates cutting-edge cases,
so many
including
hosts.
online defamation,
incredible.
sexting, and cyberbullying. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dahlia Saber. How's it going?
Woo! All right, you're officially coming to introduce me every presentation I give from now on.
It's a great quote. If you're not willing to learn, then no one can help you. And if you are determined to learn, then no one can stop you.
Kind of went from being fully sighted to being blind very quickly. And one of the things I really missed was gaming. As I love my Xbox and my PlayStation, and all of a sudden that became something I couldn't use anymore. And then all of a sudden I discovered a genre of games called audio games.
A public good could be
this is like one of my
clean
favorite
air.
Numbers.
If I'm using it, if I'm breathing the clean air, you can also be breathing the clean air, and it's not diminishing its use, and it can't really be stopped for only one of us to have clean air.
My name is Dom Esposito, and welcome to Save a Spoon. And this is all about setting healthy boundaries.
The unit of measurement is a spoon, used to quantify mental energy that any person has for activities during a time period, a day or a week, where X activity costs Y number of spoons. But when your spoons are depleted, there is this inability to complete the other tasks that are needed to be accomplished. This is only replenished by rest.
My name is Brian, and this presentation is reframing accessibility in gaming. It's about how, despite the fact that we are, games are more accessible than ever, we still have a long way to go.
Yeah. Mark Watson, known as Soldier Knows Best, he creates video content covering consumer electronics from cell phones to drones to robotic vacuum cleaners. Fast forward a few years later, he turned his hobby into a community over 1 million users across social media accounts.
But Johnny Wu is the Namer Community Manager at Namebase and a Director of Handshake. Welcome, Johnny. How's it going?
Thank you. Yeah, it's going really well. That was actually a really good and accurate introduction. I don't recall writing that, so you guys definitely did your homework.
Hey, look, they're behind the scenes. You got a great team.
Dr. Anthony Bean, welcome. How are you? It's good to see you.
I'm doing okay. It's just like I came off of it. I feel super refreshed. It's really kind of crazy.
And I want this to be a question not only for everybody, but right now for Dr. Goku, and then after that, Anthony. Violent video games. Violent video games. Violent video games. We all everybody either loves them or hates them. They are very polarizing. They are very controversial.
True. Yeah, if you guys head on over to our Discord, we'll talk about the next GBF. Yeah, this is like our stats.
Able Gamers is an amazing organization
and we
using
also
video games and gaming to battle the social isolation faced by people with disabilities. IO's a big tech company here, IO.tech, for running a giveaway for a Samsung S9. Not an S5, not an S7. An S9 is being given away preloaded with that slick IO OS. Big thank you goes to Das Keyboard for running a giveaway during Geek Beacon Fest 2022. The first, but not going to be the last, I tell you.
And if you know anything about us here at Geek Beacon, we fight for the users. I've been saying that since I don't even know how long.
Thank you so much to Geek Beacon. This is a wonderful opportunity and really appreciate all the work that y'all have done. This is a monumental event, and I can't imagine the production that's gone into it.
It was an honor to be part of the festivities, an honor to be part of the day. And you can also follow Geek Beacon on social media at Geek Beacon on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. If you haven't done so already, please go do already, or geekbeacon.org. That's where I got to check out all the information about what Geek Beacon is, because it's not just about being a geek, it's about being a geek for good.
Yay! Oh my god, I'm so proud of that. It's kind of crazy. Okay, don't mind my background. The cyberpunk wonderland is just a ruse. All right, I'm gonna head over to the Discord now and start talking with some people. I'm logged out of my Discord because of a holiday. Understandable. Well, I guess you can always watch people being on Discord. That doesn't count, right? Yeah, I'm just going to drop this comment here because it's hilarious and true. And if I'm a little bit laggy, I have to apologize because I'm dealing with a virus. Yep. And then before that, you guys may know if you follow my Instagram, I had an actual virus, the coronavirus. So yeah. All right, let's go over to Discord. Figure out how to do that. Alrighty. Feel like there should be a chat associated. Oh, this looks cool. I always say, like, if it compiles, ship it. Woo-woo. Put the chat back up for a hot minute. Alrighty. Where's everybody coming from? Thanks for tuning in on a Sunday. I know it's like the least popular time to stream ever, but hey. And then after this, we're going to play some games. So tune in. Let us brainstorm. All right. Hello. Hello.
THR. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I'm streaming Nixie's Twitch right now, and she should be joining us shortly.
I'm in here. Oh, look, it's Streamception. Can you hear me okay? Awesome. Okay.
Welcome, Nixie.
Hello,
and welcome
hello.
all the social medias on your streams.
Yeah, I was just like, wait a second. I'm going to try to pop this out and just have it be like full screen. Alrighty.
Well, we ran out of conversation, so I'll just streaming your stream.
The stream inside the stream.
It's very meta, yes.
Thank you all for attending. In process of trying to get some windows to go away here, but let's see if I can do that. That looks a little better. Okay, cool. Yeah, so what you're seeing is the Trello board. We did this last year, and it was just kind of like a brainstorming good time on the type of speakers that we want to see, the types of topics that we wanted to see. And then also, we would love to have some volunteers. Volunteers really, really made the world go around last time. So if you guys have any interest, it was a really good time. And then during the event, it was intense. Like we had like camera 1, camera 2, camera 1, camera 2. And we had a green room, and you guys pulled it off flawlessly. So I will ask for myself, the stream, and my blindness. Can you increase the font size? Or I can actually share it if you don't have Nitro. I just want to make sure everyone
on 1080p, it should be the same thing.
Yeah.
You're welcome to share it if you would like. I was also wondering if you wanted to drop the link in your multiple chats to join the Trello.
Yeah, can you post it in the listen only, and then I'll just copy in the little chat. Discord does this thing where now it has its own little chat associated.
Okay, we're using GBF Festival for that, but we can use that as well.
Hello from Colombia. Yeah, it is like Cyberpunk Wonderlands. I adore you too. Thank you so much, Mohammed. Hello, everyone. Come into the Discord if you want to be a part of the voice chat. All right. If I mute, I'm just talking to the chat. So, in case you were curious. Hopefully everybody can see it okay. Oh my goodness. It's a $200 mic that should be crystal clear. Okay.
Theoretically, like I was having audio issues. I think I probably will still be having audio issues.
Yeah.
But, you've been warned. So I guess like I think you're sharing the link, Nixie. How do you want to run this?
I think it would be good if you kind of went through. I mean, it's not the sexiest ever to be like, okay, now look at Jira, but I think Jira would be a really great representation of the type of stuff that we pulled off the last time.
Well,
so if you kind of like
you
show that, then we can show Jira real quick, and then we can go in through and look at Trello once we're ready, just to kind of get like a general idea. It could
you
give
don't find
people
project
time to like
management
join
to
the
be
Trello
sexy?
board and whatnot. Huh?
You don't find project management to be sexy?
I find project management to be sexy, but not everybody does.
So before that, you gave somewhat of I think a video introduction about GBF. Do you want to like introduce like the group that's been kind of active last year and this year, and before we get started, or do you want to do that later?
Well, the amount of people that we have that are watching this, I'd rather just go into like what we've been doing. And we can kind of like maybe shout people out during that time.
Okay, so last year we did something very similar to this, where basically we invited people to join a Trello board we just created, and then had them either add comments or add cards or whatever, which basically just a dumping ground of everything that they can think of that they would love to see in a Geek Beacon conference. So that has since been pulled into Jira, and then we've kind of organized this, and I renamed this old GBF because it was last year's GBF. And it was anything from speakers, tools that we were trying to see how well they worked, speakers, open government, game devs, women in tech, COVID threat map was interesting.
Can you just make the font super easy reading because it's not coming through on the stream? Sorry about that.
Oh, get rid of that.
Hey everybody, just joining us. We are doing our second time brainstorming for our open conference. We already had an open conference previously, and now you're seeing a project management board that outlines
created last year. Like game streaming 101 would have been an interesting event suggestions, YouTube creators 101. I think we actually did this at the last conference. Not sure if it was a 101, but it was a creator chat. Purism, if you're not familiar, makes Linux laptops as well as phones now. How to protect your privacy 101s, all these type of events. Geek and Tell, I thought would be really interesting. I forgot about this, but basically like tell us about your geeky passion. 3D printing stuff, and then a lot of this is just speak or reach out and see if anybody talks to us. Open sourcing food is another cool
increase
idea.
the size. Sorry. Ramming speed. Increase the size.
Oh, more?
Yeah, yep. Because it only shows a snippet of it. Yeah, perfect. There you go.
All right. The rest of these are, a lot of these are like speakers or things we've collaborated with. Geek Therapy we've talked to, Leylines we've talked to, Valve would like to talk to. Microsoft is open source, has an open source lab. We'll be happy to talk to them as well. Red Hat, we have somebody we know that works with them. I'm not sure if they have a PR contact, but that'd be great. And the rest of these are mainly just name dropping things. It's like Facebook has an open source lab. We'd love to talk to you guys. VMware, OSL, and anybody that would like to help us to put this together. If we have fundings, we can do a lot more things with this event. If we don't have any sponsors, then we are a lot more limited in what we can do and can't do. Mastodon is an awesome tool for distributed internet. Anything distributed stuff was really interesting. Darhan spoke at our last conference. He had some really interesting insights on like distributed video services, distributed identity, and so on. I don't know. Is there anything you want to particularly talk about? Because otherwise, like this is a lot of Like this type of view. That's what you want, basically. Okay. Sorry, Nixie, can I can I interrupt you for 1 second? I'm gonna start unmuting people if you which means you will be broadcasting shortly if you don't have yourself muted. So fair warning. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh yeah, I was just saying yeah, so this is kind of like how we structured it and how we would probably want to structure it in the future to kind of encompass speakers. And the purpose of this meeting is more for brainstorming, so less like how do we technically figure it out and like no tire kicking really. Just we just want to kind of think about all the ideas that we can that would be cool, and then we'll probably take some time to figure out the feasibility of it after the fact. Would you say that's fair?
Yeah, but I would also add, like, if you know of any tools we should be looking at, like there's a section for it.
Yeah.
Like GatherTown was a really cool idea where like you could set up a virtual like workshop, not workshop, like
Oh yeah, a virtual conference environment, like you're going through this show floor but with less germs.
yeah, show floor. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, like you can walk to a booth and talk to people. Like there's interesting technologies that are being tested of late since COVID and everybody's got germs. It would be really cool since we have a virtual conference to have something along those lines. So if
Yeah.
anybody knows of anything that we should look into, feel free to name drop them.
Got it. Yeah, I'm not sure. The last time I did this, I entered the tickets in so people could see me entering that stuff in, but then they could also see the Discord, but I don't know how. So yeah, we are in process of unmuting everybody. Feel free to remute yourself if you need to. If you join the board using the invite link, that would be the most easy way to contribute. And then you can also text it in the chat. I'm looking at every chat, all of the chats. So I will call out something if you don't feel comfortable, talking about it verbally. And I think as far as did you get a chance to touch on the 4 key like components of what you would like this conference to be? Neurodiversity and self-reliance?
Not yet, but I'm somewhat screen sharing that. But the tracks for this event are supposed to be neurodiversity, self-reliance, gaming, and since we are Geek Beak and open source and open community, open culture, all that sort of stuff, kind of is always a constant.
Yeah. So if we can try to find, topics. So say something that would be cool. One of the things we thought about for neurodiversity that could be the first ticket is we were going to, we did a like squirrel army coping mechanisms. So people that have squirrel army is like our subsector of neurodiverse people here on the Geek Beacon Discord. And so we talked a lot about coping mechanisms, and we actually had this massive collaborative document that everybody, it was like perfect for ADHD people because you're already squirreling, so you have like 8 people adding to a document. It was really cool. I think we should do that again. I think that would be fun. I don't know if it would be good for like the core thing, but I think it would definitely be good for after hours. Yeah. I don't know if you want to write this stuff down or if I should or what. I can try to do it at the same time.
I mean, anybody that joins should have the ability to write tickets.
Oh, I meant
tickets.
I don't think so. But
I mean, anyone on this board can join as a member.
Yeah.
They can comment. They can't make tickets.
Yeah.
Really?
Correct.
Okay.
But that's okay because we, like I said, if people want to call it out, feel free. And I think Jake said I do have something I'd like to suggest whenever y'all get a chance. I don't know if that's like on voice, but hello.
Yeah, it is on voice actually.
Hello.
Hello. Hope everybody's doing all right. So my suggestion is centered around the right to repair. Um, it, it delves heavily into sustainability. It delves into a little bit of open source as well. Um, uh, there are just there are a ton of companies. I mean, the big ones like Apple and to a lesser extent some of the other ones who are working very hard to keep people from being able to repair the things that they already own, and they're trying to keep it behind big paywalls or just have their devices turn into e-waste at some point. Um, uh, Having a panel at Geek Beacon that talks about how easy it is to get into the right to repair movement, even just dipping your toes into it is something that's really important to me anyway.
Yeah, I know
I
Holler actually mentioned that. I think he's here too. He's been
think I
wanting to do
saw
something
him.
about right to repair for over a year.
Yeah. Yeah, the right to repair thing is big for sustainability and you know, having the ability to repair, or not only repair but mod your own equipment without having to worry about a company trying to overtly stop you is something that's important. Looking around my room right now, I've got guitars and gaming consoles and all kinds of different electronic things that I've had to repair over the years that if I wasn't able to previously, they would just be populating a landfill right now. Not only
Yeah.
repair, but your own equipment without having to
You must
worry
have
about
moved your mouth away from the mic.
trying to overtly stop you is something that's important. Looking around, we're getting now.
Wow, your mic
I'm
is
hearing
amazing
myself
because
again.
the moment that you moved your head away, it was like couldn't hear anything.
That I've had to repair over the years that if I wasn't able to previously, they would just Hold on. populating a landfill right now. I need to mute this one.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But what I was saying was,
You can
as I
hear
look
how
at
quiet
all
you
my
were though,
stuff.
right? From the mic.
What was that?
I was just saying you could hear how quiet your mic went when you moved your head away from the mic.
Yeah, I could. But yeah, like a ton of my stuff would be populating a landfill if I wasn't able to go
Yeah.
in and repair and or mod it to make sure it stays functional.
How do you imagine that would work for? I think it'd be really cool to have a panel because I think it'd be really interesting to be like, okay, what is right to repair? Because people that like that concept know a lot about it, but people that I think there are a lot of people that actually would love that concept if they knew what it was. And then also,
I muted a in tech because he was
oh,
echoing.
I think it'd be fun to have some actual hardware companies in there, which I know that we have a relationship with Das Keyboard. I'm not sure what their take is on right to repair. I think that'd be really cool to ask. We're actually doing a Das Keyboard giveaway, so check the comments on the stream. Sorry, I had to plug that.
That's fine.
Oh, sorry. The company that comes to my mind first when I'm thinking about right to repair is iFixit. I have no contacts in basically any of the tech field, so I wouldn't be able to say whether they would be willing or unwilling
Yeah.
to do anything associated with the festival. However, they are champions of the right to repair, and I can't imagine that if somebody were to try and get a hold of them, they would turn their noses at discussing it.
Yeah, that sounds interesting. Why have I heard of that before?
Sorry, I just wanted to ask a question. You called the right to repair a movement. Is this organized in any official capacity or unofficial capacity? Or is it because like, or is it just like geeking out?
It's
over...
relatively organized. iFixit's website has they call it a movement, and I'm kind of a fan of their tools and their stuff. And they call it a movement. I'm inclined to call it a movement as well because so many companies are working to bar people from repairing their own stuff.
Oh,
And
cool. Yeah. Okay.
there have been several legislative measures taken to protect people's right to take apart their own stuff and repair it and mod it as they see fit. Yeah.
The three biggest names I can think of right now are Louis Rossmann, iFixit, and Framework Laptops are the biggest names right now fighting for right to repair.
Yes, Framework is a big one. I'm less familiar with Rossmann, but yeah, I mean, I watched Linus's videos when he was first talking about the Framework laptops, and now he's got stake in that company. So
Okay.
oh yeah, no, okay. Now that I see his face, I am familiar with Louis Rossmann.
Can
he
you
actively runs a lobby group for 40 of the 50 states, I believe.
Oh, really?
For right to repair, yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
think
cool.
that could be cool. I also thought about like what if we could reach out to the like the CEO of Thingiverse or something like that, because Thingiverse is kind of like a place that's a platform that's dedicated for people that want to, essentially print their own parts for things. So it kind of enables the community to be able to repair things for themselves, which I think is cool. I'd like to try to find people of differing viewpoints, so people that are on the contrary. If there was a way we could find like the most proprietary of proprietary, I was like, if we can have a representative from Apple, that would be amazing.
Right.
I would say good luck on that.
Not going to happen.
Yeah,
It's
but
not exactly opposition per se. It's that technologically, this is profoundly complicated. Also, this is a very subject, and we're going very deep into it right now.
yeah. Can you add those names, CS Geek, or do you want me to?
I did, didn't I?
Not.
iFixit, Framework
No.
Laptops, and Rossmann.
Oh,
What
yeah,
else?
you did. Okay, cool.
Just to warn you, Rossmann has, let's just say, not a good mouth.
Not a good mouth.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well,
nice.
He's not PG rated. Got it. Okay. Well, right to repair is on the list.
It will be very difficult to get the big players on the record about this.
Yeah, totally.
But the underlying problems are fundamentally technological in nature. It's like there aren't people who are out there trying to prevent you from repairing things. They're trying to do other stuff.
Honestly, Rossmann should not be that hard. He jumps at any chance to speak at any conference.
Yeah, it would be amazing to have
Google is
maybe
way
some
more,
old
Apple aren't
Apple
going to do it. I
exec.
know the people over there. Google maybe, but all they will come and tell you is it's really hard, which is true.
And you're absolutely right that it's not exactly the easy. It's not always the easiest thing in the world. However, what I kind of understand the movement to be is just because something is difficult doesn't mean that people should be discouraged from looking into it. And if they have the gumption to
Oh yeah, that's totally a thing.
to go in and attempt their own repairs.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously at their own risk, but people should not be should not be discouraged or completely barred from being able to disassemble their devices and replace a camera module or replace a joystick on a controller or on a Switch and stuff like that.
Concro.
Yeah, I don't want to go deep into this topic right now because we were in the middle of it.
Because we have to.
It's not important that we go into it incredibly deeply right now because this is just a brainstorming session. But it's it's something that's very that I think a lot of people would get a lot of good information from the festival.
I'm gonna interrupt here. Nikki was trying to talk.
Oh no, I just texted it. It's fine.
That's fine. I guess the right to repair is a very broad topic, and the first thing that comes to mind is like mobile phones and things like that.
That's also the worst subject to get into because it's the one where technology is the problem, not anything else.
Well, we actually have a partnership with an quote open phone. I'm putting it in quotes because it's not super open, but it's just not really ultra proprietary. But they have a lot to say about, you know, open cell phones. So I would love to actually bring in I know this is like a naughty word, but like Solana. So basically there's like a crypto phone that came out and they have this philosophy of openness. I forget what it's called. It's like the nothing phone or something like that. It's really weird.
The oh, sorry.
Yeah, is it the nothing? Because it's like
Yeah,
we are
the
all a
owner of
part
that
of.
company used to work at was it Oppo or OnePlus, or it was, or
That
I
checks
guess they have the
out.
same parent company.
That checks out. Yeah, we've been asked to invite Waz. Yes, we'll be like, hey, that would if we got Steve Wozniak, that would be like the most amazing thing ever.
Oh yeah, the great and powerful Woz.
I guess people have touched on this, but like so far we have like one suggestion, so we probably should keep on going for a brainstorm.
Yeah, it's also a little problematic because we shared the wrong Trello, so nobody could actually join anyway. So the ones that we will share in the future will have an invite link that you'll see in the comments, and then you should be able to actually join it through the invite section. Otherwise, you can't do anything. You can't even comment. Sorry about that.
There we go.
Yeah.
I see a bunch of people joining now, so
Whoopsies.
welcome.
Yeah.
Come join on the
And now
fun.
I kind of like my squirrely brain totally forgot like what I wanted to write initially. Oh crap. Oh yes, former Apple employee. LOL. I actually know somebody who previously left Apple on bad terms, and I wonder if like his NDA is up and he wants to weigh in. Anyway, moving on.
I have plenty of contacts over
Yeah.
there, but getting them on the record will be hard.
Yeah. That's why I always love people's Twitter profiles where it's like, my views are my own. It's like as if that exempts them from like culpability in any way.
Oh,
yeah.
it doesn't, but I know in great detail what my NDAs do and don't allow.
Yeah.
And I just avoid certain subjects.
You just have to blanket everything you say with allegedly.
That does not, in fact, help.
This is not legal advice.
You could just sign your name wrong, and that's not you.
Daffy Duck is my favorite.
Allegedly?
I'm free to talk in broad terms about the challenges involved, as long as I stay clear of things like specific product decisions and what the hell did happen with the Nexus 5 anyway, and so on and so forth. Yep, always. There are many things about that which are interesting. Cell phones are like the one big problem area, but like everything that is not a cell phone, super interesting. The problem with cell phones in 30 seconds is it's all down to thermals, and doing any of these things makes all of the thermals suck, and nobody wants a hot rock in their pocket which has 30 minutes of battery life. Yep. It's like you can do everything you want if it weighs 5 kilos, is the size of a small brick, and has no battery life. But if you want it in the form factor of a cell phone, we don't know how to do that.
Yeah. Well,
would you consider System 76 to be open hardware?
But it's okay if they're not open hardware, though. That's kind of one of the things.
Open hardware is actually a thing, like it's a specific name.
Yeah.
Right. So I guess like when I like Purism, for example, like is making a huge effort to try to be a purely open laptop from like the BIOS all the way down.
Yeah, laptops way more doable. Fascinating area, totally worth digging into. Stick it on the list.
It's consoles as well.
Yeah.
Consoles, yeah, it's a good one.
These are all things where we can actually say something interesting other than it's really hard.
Yeah, that's true. But I guess it also depends on people's individual takes. So even if they work at, I think they'd probably have more nuance and more things to tell us if they worked in a company where they're actively trying to make their technology more open and they are experiencing all these obstacles, and they could probably explain what they are.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
I don't think we should
that's the thing. I mean, I am personally familiar with a whole bunch of that stuff, and it starts turning into things I can't talk about because of NDAs. You'll just never get interesting content on that subject.
challenge accepted.
I mean, we could even throw in cars, and they're like Teslas. Every Tesla comes with heated seats, but you have to quote unquote buy the upgraded package in order to turn on your heated seats.
Oh,
that's a more interesting one. Yeah,
yeah,
that's good. That's good.
Um,
Cars.
I'm not sure if this goes in.
Who's the lady who made Truckla?
Explain.
Yeah, her.
Simone Geertz. She might be an interesting person to get a hold of, because she turned her Tesla into a truck.
Before the Cybertruck was cool.
I'm just writing tickets, but I was thinking of like basically just DIY hacks. Like I've seen people like flash their car's internal computer system to like do more things than it was designed to. Like I'm not sure if that falls under self-reliance or another category, but it would be interesting to.
Yeah, so sustainability, self-reliance, how to, remove the governor so your car doesn't get automatically regulated speed. Gosh, there's so much there. And if anybody has anything about green energy or sustainability, like one of the things that we definitely wanted to talk about, and this is going to take us away from technology. Are we cool with that? Or not technology, but take us away from this track, is just like tiny house living in tiny homes, and like what people do to like make their house basically like not have to be beholden to a mortgage every single month, and have that type of financial freedom. I'm not sure how to hone it into like a talk. If anyone wants to, I feel like Holler has a lot to say on this too.
Nikki, I think that friend of yours who you did the video with a couple of months ago, where you were talking about about that GMC motorhome.
Yeah.
He might have a really good presentation.
Yeah, totally. I just kind of wanted to figure out a way to make it into a card, but I think, yeah, I definitely will rope him into doing a talk on that, because he used to be a professor and travel all around the world, so he's like already down.
You could just do DIY homes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, DIY homes. I like that.
I had a generic ticket around just hacks and improving things, but you can make a whole.
I put it down below. Whoops, because it's kind of.
That's fine. You can have its own ticket.
Car hacking is actually an interesting one in other dimensions because there's also complex ethical and ecological puzzles in there. Like the governors which people hack the first are always the pollution control ones.
Can you repeat that? Sorry.
There's an interesting ethical and ecological puzzle in car hacking because the first thing that always gets hacked is the pollution control stuff.
Oh, interesting. So, like, how can I dump more into the planet, kind of thing?
Yep, in order to make my car go faster. It's a recurring problem. It's completely illegal, and it's
depending on where you live.
True.
Yes, but in most of the world. It's all over the place. It's an interesting puzzle.
You would have been just as shocked as I was. I saw this bumper sticker yesterday that had a big picture of a car battery, and it's just said in huge letters all across the back windshield, "I dump car batteries into the ocean."
Oh,
I was just like, why is that something you want to stand behind? Like, are you so anti-climate change that you're like, I actively pollute and litter? Like, good for you, man. People can do all sorts of bad shit, but as soon as I see somebody throw litter on the ground, it really bugs me. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I saw somebody litter the other day, and I picked up like they threw something on the ground, and I like picked it up, and it was like obviously trash. I was like, "Oh, sorry, you dropped this." It's like you obviously didn't intend to drop this like crumpled up piece of paper, right?
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool to talk about, and it's depressing, but whatever. I mean, we need to talk about it. The giant floating island that has I've actually swam underneath
collection.
it. Yeah. Huh?
You mean the plastic patch?
Yeah, the plastic patch, but there's actually like a lot of them, which is really sad. But there are advances in technology that are actively trying to go after. For instance, like they're breeding worms that have enzymes that can break down plastic. Holy shit, that's cool, right?
Yep.
I'd be really down to try to find somebody who can speak on those topics, because I think that would restore our faith in humanity. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, if we could round people up, that'd be awesome.
Is there anybody in the chat who is a scuba diver, perchance?
Ooh, that's a great idea. Yeah.
Patty is the biggest scuba diving organization in the world, and they organize cleanup dives multiple times, once again all over the world, to pick up trash and clean up the sea-floor and the ocean as a whole.
How do
I
you
am sure that there is somebody involved or in Patty who would be able to talk about that.
I'm writing ocean floor cleaners, which sounds way less glamorous than it actually is. It's so
Sounds like a
badass.
pool vacuum.
Yeah, they just go in there with
They
a pool vacuum.
organize cleanup dives multiple times.
Oh, you cut out. For me, at least.
No, that wasn't me. I don't think. I kept getting echo from Amtech.
Oh. Well, Amtech's a scuba diver, so we can forgive them. Apparently.
Well, good. I am also a scuba diver, but I've never had the opportunity to go on a cleanup dive. I really want to.
Oh my god, that's cool. Okay. No, this is a great idea. I'm just trying to find a way to like write it in the instead of giant plastic islands, I just wrote trash cleanup, but there's like the technology around it. I feel like we can already assume that whatever it is, it's just going to be the geeky technology around it.
And a link to Patty's cleanup site.
Yeah, can you add it to the ticket, or is that okay?
There we go.
Cool. Oh, I don't know if you want to click out of that. Do you care if your last name is on blast?
Don't care.
Okay. Alrighty. I don't know what type of information Trello gathers, but I think it's probably good to explain that like what you put will be shown on the internet.
It's Atlassian, isn't it? It'll take whatever you put in.
Yep.
My surname is already blasted all over my business's website, so it doesn't matter.
Johnny will show your email and your username.
Ooh, that's actually a really good idea. From Jackie fucking Chan. Maybe you should get some comedy person involved in this conference. I thought it'd be really cool to have nerdcore rap. This is again not related on how to help humanity, but in a way, yes, kind of, because society is kind of sucking right now. I think that nerdcore rap is interesting. There's a lot more people that are doing it, and I think it'd be fun to like maybe do a Learn with Geek Beacon segment. So I actually did a like training session, I guess, on how to do audio engineering with a community member, and that was really fun. So maybe we could do like how to put together your own geeky rap thing. Like that would be interesting. I don't know. I'm throwing it out there. You can throw it back.
Hua does that.
Huh?
The Hua does that.
Yeah, so like I don't know why everything's so quiet on my side. I'm basically turning up everybody's audio individually. Probably gonna yeah, so like nerdcore artists, maybe like we have geeky I don't know, like geek stand-up comics possibly? Is that a thing? I'm sure it is.
Less prevalent, I think, but
yeah,
if there's a will, there's a way. Sure.
Okay, I'll add it. Because that'd be fun to just actually have some entertainment. That was one thing we didn't have too much of. It was just like a lot of learning, which is fine, but maybe something to break it up. Does anybody know any Kiki stand-up comics?
No. I can name you a bunch of rip.
Apparently, we're just not very funny.
I can kill a crowd. Not the way you want.
Not
you
literally.
You can kill
man.
-9 a crowd.
Yeah, like I can name you like so many nerdcore like rap artists, but I can't think of a single like stand-up comic that's.
Go for it then. Name all the ones.
No,
You just said you could.
Go away.
Oh God. Drink all the booze, hack all the things. Like I've met him 100 times. Oh God, names. Drink all the booze, hack all the things.
Kill-9. That dude.
I'm gonna have
I
to
don't know
look
if
it
that
up.
he's even considered an artist, but like that was one of the first like nerdcore.
That's mean.
What?
Dual core, duh.
He only did one song.
What is my backpack? Scott Jets. I'm Boba, the Fett. Like, come on, people. I'm gonna have to look all this up, aren't I? Backpacks. Scott Jets. Sorry if you can hear my mechanical clickety clackety. My backpack's got jets. I'm cruising in my DeLorean. War's over. I'm peacetime Mandalorian. This is just.
You're talking about Ardon?
MC Chris, yeah. There we go. Thank you so much.
I think I found you something for stand-up comedy. Z Frank.
That would be so challenging because of all the stuff he does. Like he's just super hilarious on the off like as a side business now. Because doesn't he own multiple companies and this and that? It's good though.
I don't know, but that's what Google gave me. So
yeah, Z Frank did the like. This is a lizard. Lizards have long tongues because I mean it's way funnier than that, obviously. And they go.
Sure.
Yes.
I keep on going.
I will. I'm sorry. Okay. Anyway, nobody
this
has
is a fascinating line of thinking. People like this, you would need to book now for 2023.
Yeah.
True. Oh
which
man,
might well be a reasonable thing to do, but it's already too late to do it for this year. Their calendar's full.
Oh yeah, that's true. We do have a few months, but we definitely should have done this way earlier. But we've
I know a bunch of people who do stuff like this, and they are generally booking 12 months ahead.
Yep. Yeah. We get that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But we wouldn't be fly by the seat of our pants if we didn't do that. Do we want to move over to gaming, or do we want to talk about neurodiversity?
We're perpetual procrastinators.
Yeah.
We have been going for 50 minutes already.
Huh?
50 minutes that we've been going already on one topic.
Oh yeah,
we've kind of mixed and matched, but yeah, let's. I mean, we don't need to. We can go back and forth. Like we don't need to stick to like sustainability or whatever, unless it's. I don't know.
Okay, gaming. I'm trying to think. So we love game developers. I love the behind the scenes in game development. It's something that we comfortably live all the time in, because we just know so many game devs with previous businesses that I've been a part of. And as far as like, what would you guys want to see from the game dev side? Are you at all interested in behind the scenes? This is how I make a game. Because I would add, Quantic Dreams 4,000 step story arc. I would love to get David Cage in like in my talons. Okay. Like we should not clip that because then he would probably never show up.
Yes. Maybe don't ever say that again.
Yeah, like gentle talons, gentle accepting. Yeah. How to make a game one-on-one.
I think it would be cool to go from like beginning to end. Like here's a story that I want to tell, and I need like people to make art. I need people to make music. I need people to like code this stuff up. I need people to make assets.
Yeah.
Marketing. I don't know.
What like here's the I wrote game jam because I think it would be really cool if we could do like it's basically like a hackathon, but
well, like I've taken like classes in school where like we collaborated with the art department basically. So like we had like people making like graphic assets, we had people coding, we had people like Googling and trying to find like Creative Commons music they can use in their games and like putting it all together. So I think it'd be cool to like have a segment that's like, so you want to make a game? Like, here's what you need.
Can we add it into a game jam so we actually show a like practical use case of it? Do you know what a game jam
a
is?
Game jam would have to be its own thing.
Yeah, but
that's a lot of.
A game jam technically would use all of those components. So like somebody would say, "Oh, this is how you get all the assets. This is where you go to get the assets." Blah blah blah.
So a game jam to me sounds like a hackathon. Is that?
It is, and it's not as serious as you think it is.
That I think is less.
Kind of an
I
event.
like the idea of a presentation, basically.
Yeah, it's an event on its own.
Yeah, like I'm less interested in going to a game jam. I'm more interested in somebody in the know speaking about all that's involved in making a game.
Have somebody come in and talk about how they created a game by themselves or with a small team from start to
The
finish.
person I would reach out to is Mike Bithell.
Do you pronounce?
In what context are you saying that?
Talking about all that stuff.
Okay, I'll do this.
Game development.
What was the name again? Sorry.
You're in the wrong ticket.
I'll type it.
Okay.
How dare you? I added somebody making a presentation about how they made a game from start to finish. I think that's cool.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I just really like the idea of a game jam because I think it'd be cool if we could do like everybody needs to make a llama platformer, not to be completely self-serving.
Well, it doesn't need to be one or the other. Like you could do both.
So yeah, now that we've used the tools that Mike Bithell has showed us, we're going into a game jam. Woo, woo, woo. Something like that.
Thought about doing an event around a game jam type thing, but I don't think we have enough game devs in the community currently.
Well, I mean, making a game is way more easy than it ever has been, so that's good.
But do need to be game devs because they'll be the ones creating the game for the game jam.
Well, no, you don't have to be a game dev to make a game.
Yeah.
Not anymore. Okay. Not anymore.
You need some coding. You need some artistic stuff, but like there's tools that make your life so easy. Like it's.
Could reach out to Seeka
how
Player.
To make a game and probably like do a very basic thing and like.
I mean, you'll just end up at download Unity and follow the Unity tutorial.
Yeah.
Which is what 90% of people do these days.
But what I'm saying is getting people to do that is a big ask if they don't already have the interest.
It's also a lot of time investment.
Exactly. I made a game in RPG Maker and that took like a month or two just to make a small little 10-minute game. And I have coding knowledge.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure out the logistics, but
that's a whole different topic and event, though, is what I was trying to say. I don't think it could really fit within GBF. It would be its own thing.
Accessibility in gaming is always really good. I noticed that was added. I think I'm going to name drop a bunch of people's names. We're in talks with a few people like Tara and Ian. I've done a bunch of talks on accessibility in GDC, the Game Developer Conference here in the US, and it was wonderful and really great, like easy things that you can do for your game to just make it more accessible. We also, at our last conference, we interviewed a 100% visually impaired game development studio, which was so cool. That was one of my, I just loved doing that interview. That was just so interesting on how to make audio games. So I think it'd be cool to have a, different types of games, maybe showcase different peripherals, perhaps showcase like audio games, or using PlayStation Move controllers in weird ways, stuff like that. I'm going to add that because it goes beyond accessibility.
Yes, all those words you just said sounded good. Please.
Non-standard peripherals.
All them things.
I can't spell peripherals. Hey, this is cool because the stream isn't seeing my bad spelling.
Yeah. I wonder if there's any other aspects of like game industry though, like trading tangible goods, for example, like game assets and things like that. Like there's been talk about like the crypto coming into the picture to like say like you win a sword in like, I don't know, World of Warcraft, and you want to trade it to somebody else, like having that whole market is
I could
sort of
I could say that I founded a a game asset games distribution company, and it failed, and here's why.
Those are actually always very interesting, like why this failed.
Yeah, like it completely. Yeah, exactly. Here's why it failed.
Do you want to explain why it fails?
Yeah, absolutely.
You have some NDA elements there, but
What's more open source than that? And I don't actually.
Okay, well, I guess like I wasn't trying to limit it to what happened there in your particular scenario,
Yeah.
but just in general, like there's behind the scenes like developments in the gaming industry that I think would be interesting to kind of highlight, whether it's trading tangible goods, growth in VR, interest in VR.
Oh yeah, VR for sure.
And then you have augmented reality.
VR. You could just do VR/AR, and then let's see. What about VR/AR?
Can I try to get the creator of the Power Glove here? That'd be great. Ask him why he was way too advanced for his time.
Oh, that would be amazing. Is it bad when you said Power Glove? I immediately thought of like the Infinity Stones and not the like old school awesome. I mean, that was awesome. I don't know who. I can't think of the name.
Hey You Pikachu that tried voice recognition way too early.
Oh, I love that. Like people that tried tech
that damn
when
Pikachu would not go fishing no matter how many times I yelled at him.
People that tried something before the market was ready for it. Yeah.
That would be interesting for sure.
Where would that go?
This doesn't tie into I guess open source, but like the DALL-E 2 stuff,
oh yeah,
the
AI.
art.
Oh yeah, that's interesting.
I'm literally wrote a ticket. I tried it before the market was ready. Like that's okay. Power Glove. For people just joining us, you are coming in muted. If you'd like to be unmuted, let us know, but we don't want to do it without your permission because that's weird. 3D everything. I don't know if you guys have been to the Consumer Electronics Show, but for like the last million years, they had always said like 3D is going to be great. You're going to have 3D in your homes. It's like it never caught on. So we should think about other
has 3 dimensions.
Do we know of anybody else who tried creating a gadget before the market was ready for it? voice recognition, Power Glove.
There's a bunch of like failed Nintendo's attempt. Like there was a like, stupid red video game console that gave you a headache.
Oh yeah, that was a disaster.
Click on the I tried
Is
this
that
tech.
the VR one? The quote unquote
Yeah.
VR one?
Yeah.
VR in the
Virtual
like
Boy?
2000 maybe? Yeah.
Virtual Boy is another one.
Click on the
Be a
I
challenge
tried
to
this.
find anybody who can talk about them, but if we can find
Uh,
anybody, it would be fascinating.
We have
What
one
was it?
contact that Bram and I worked with a different company that may be able to know, like get in talks with some people that worked on it.
What was that
I'll
thing
have to
called,
ask.
anyways? Besides migraine inducing. Like
Wait,
the
Are you talking about the
Nintendo.
Nintendo thing?
Yeah.
It was the Virtual Boy.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
same thing.
Aww.
The Nintendo one, there's no way we'll get anybody to actually talk about, but some of the others, maybe.
The Ouya was a really good.
Are we only talking about failures? Because I mean,
Yeah,
the PlayStation Eye was a bit early for its time too.
Sony also, there's no way, but
Oh yeah, we can
anything
get
that's not
somebody to
from
talk
Big
about
Boys.
it like in 15 minutes.
You think not from the big boy? I don't know anything about from the big boy.
PlayStation I.
EYE.
Yeah, got it. Wait,
We'd love if we could. It's just
ye of little faith. We have so much ability. In fact, my best friend of 15 years talks about his Sony days all the time. And they even invited him back.
The e-readers, the Pokemon cards.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Those were a bit early for their time too, I feel like.
Why did the Ouya?
Oh, the
wait, that went away.
Google Glasses.
Oh yeah.
Actually, like the entire, I don't know, like 100 Google products that failed and were gone to the great
so
beyond.
reality check. Off the record, I can talk about this all day. On the record, there's no way NDA says no.
Power Glove.
Well, you're streaming, so be aware.
That's why I'm not talking about the details. Like the fact that I know about it, that's no secret.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I guess my friends are just not afraid of being sued anymore. Or they just feel like they're not big enough to where it matters. I don't know. Okay, why did Ouya go away? So like why did Ouya fail but Steam Deck
Was that a
didn't?
streaming thing? Because that was probably too early.
Oh yeah.
Digital gaming device.
Yeah, so it was a streaming thing, right?
No. Ouya was like a console
Pet games.
that you plugged in.
Probably because it was digital only in a time when a lot of people wanted physical. Now, if it came back, it would probably catch on more. Unfortunately.
How do you fucking spell this?
Oh, I already wrote it down. Don't worry about it.
Stuff like that, though. I think that's why it kind of failed.
Oh, well, mobile
didn't
games
have
at that time were absolutely bad.
Yeah, bad mobile games as well. That's always the thing with those. They can't get the big titles.
Oh god. Migo / Linux phones. Real Linux phones.
I like how I'm putting it into an organized checklist below.
It's a billion phones running Linux. Be more specific.
Migo.
The what?
So, somebody said real Linux phones. It's like, be more specific. There's a billion phones running Linux right now.
Yeah.
Anything that's not Android.
Oh, Apple?
With a Linux kernel. Okay.
You can add OnLive.
Oh, yes.
Platform.
Well, so for a while, I was trying to follow Amigo very closely, and they kept on forking. I think like 4 or 5 times. They merged, maybe once, and it was still like not going anywhere. And at the point I gave up, when you install it on your phone, you got a kernel and a command line prompt. So, Ouya, thank you.
Yeah, I
Trying to figure out how
wrote.
to spell
Yeah,
that.
I'm just making. You can just delete it and just maintain the checklist if you want. I think it's really interesting to think of the things that actually succeeded. So like OnLive was, the cloud computing gaming thing that kind of failed miserably. Gamefly Live did a thing for a hot minute. And then you had like PlayStation Now that essentially is the same damn thing and it worked. Google did their own thing. Oh God, what was that? Their cloud computing. Huh?
Google Stadia that bombed.
Yeah,
it's
so
still going on. I don't know.
It's more complicated than bombed. Probably can't say much about that on the stream, but we can talk about it later if you're interested.
I think Stadia is being utilized in the homebrew market a little bit.
Ooh.
I think there's a lot of copyright issues with the Stadia that caused it to not do too well. In terms
I have
of
a bunch of relevant inside knowledge of this. Maybe when we're not on the stream.
If we're talking about succeeding things, I think Amazon Luna is doing pretty well.
Conqueror, can you maybe check the perms
And
with Solbu?
The Ubuntu phone is another one that was great. I was very excited about that concept.
Oh yeah, and then and then it was just like an ISO, or it was just
Ubuntu
like
Touch.
yeah, Ubuntu TV.
Ubuntu Cloud, Ubuntu Music, Ubuntu App Store apps.
Ubuntu asterisk.
Like Ubuntu wants to be Apple.
Ubuntu is run by a rich guy who doesn't understand the concept of too hard.
Yeah. Fair enough.
They're fine. It's on their end.
Okay. Oh yeah, God, don't bring it up, Mr. Hamill. Logitech reviewing Google TV. Oh my gosh, I have firsthand knowledge on that because they.
So like, let's not rate every failed technology. Like, I think what's interesting is to see like these people have tried it years ago, and now it's mainstream and popular and has succeeded, and like why these guys failed and these succeeded.
Yeah. I think I think it's a good list.
Keep that in mind, like while listing, because like.
Yeah, stuff that was before its time.
Do we want to dig into the VR AR thing more? Because we still need to talk more about open source and neurodiversity, and I don't want to borrow too much more of everyone's time.
You're really quiet all of a sudden.
Me? Oh, I'm doing my lean back. Lean back.
Stop leaning. Lean forward.
Lean forward.
Okay, so no save. I'm unmuting. You're unmuted actually. You mentioned eating the rich. I don't get the reference. So if you want to explain what that means, we can get
Warning,
here.
no save is typically kind of loud.
Oh, yeah, so people who have them up 100%. Be prepared.
This is not my professional audio set.
Never mind.
A different way this time.
Okay, so no, I just wanted to bring up maybe kind of varying our branding a little bit, like keeping the core branding, but then like maybe adding slogans or like sector-specific artwork that would appeal to each aspect of our core community, like neurodiversity or hardware hacking, security, like maybe like a little security slogan.
Oh yeah, like have the cubes be brainy or with solar panels on top, kind of thing.
Exactly.
Ooh, I love
exactly.
it.
Renewable tech, and of course eating the rich. That's my goal is for that.
Track specific. I wrote it. I love that idea.
Where did you write?
In event ideas. It's not actually true.
Perfect.
So I don't know. It's not in the place it should be.
No, that's on point.
I'm gonna put it in tools suggestions. There we go. No, I love that idea. I'm paranoid that everyone can hear my clickety clackety clack.
That's fine. Nobody minds.
No one can hear you anyways.
Fair.
Regardless of that.
Sustainability, solar panels on a bot, etc. Do we have anything we want to talk about regarding neurodiversity, or do we want to talk about open source? I know someone wrote 3D everything and its failures. Is that something?
Neurodiversity. Normal is a ruse.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
There we go.
There is no normal.
Yes, normal doesn't exist.
That's basically a great title for a talk, but who would give it?
I mean, I can think of plenty of people, but what sort of directions do we want to go in here?
Ideally, it would be like uplifting. I really like the idea of coping mechanisms. I don't know why I didn't put that before. We had a really great collaborative coping mechanism thing. I'm going to write that down. Collaborative coping mechanism for... I don't like saying ADHD. I'll just say ND because there's way more umbrella.
Yes. Representing the autistic, not ADHD community over here. So please be. Yeah.
Does ND mean something to people now? Is it like become the norm though? Because I feel like not many people know what that is.
But I have ADHD.
It's ND is widely used in the autistic community. It's not so widely known outside.
Yeah. Be really cool to have a primer on not necessarily like political correctness around it, but just what is neurodiversity?
Gotcha.
I would find that incredibly helpful as a person who is not particularly familiar with the finer details of a lot of the spectrum.
I think it would be nice to have people with specific disorders like talk about ways to approach them properly and ways to understand them. Like
struggles.
No, sort of understand how they are.
Oh, I like that. I identify
like-
as this, and I was diagnosed with this, and
The only example I can really think of is like sociopaths. When you hear that, a majority of people, their first thought is probably like serial killers, but that's not true. You
No,
can be
you're
or
absolutely right.
schizophrenics.
You can be a completely like calm, quote unquote normal, and like
Sociopaths are in executive management.
yeah, you can be like a
true.
a very nice person and be a sociopath.
Oh, all sociopaths are very nice people. That's one of the criteria.
Yeah, but
I work with a lot of them. It's
No.
I added.
Sorry, the round table. Do you want to limit it to ND?
Yeah, because I think that's the point, right? So, like, someone who has ADHD could kind of represent that side and say, "This is what it's like being me." Am I getting that right, Conqueror? Like, this is me. This is the misconceptions
Mr. Hamill
about.
actually pointed out another one. He said borderline personality disorder, aka DID. I think that would be a good one to dig into as well, because people think like.
Can you click
Granted,
in
the
it?
movie Split didn't help with it, but
No.
people think those with multiple personalities.
That's
there's always a dangerous personality, which isn't true.
Click the ticket. See his geek.
But yeah, DID would be, I think, a good one to.
Click it.
What am I writing?
Click it. Click the ticket.
Dissociative identity disorder, for those who don't know what DID is.
Yeah. So it could be like maybe an hour of, and then have 5 people or something like that.
Maybe.
That have
Okay.
different diagnoses that kind of like say this is how they identify, this is how they prefer. But see, one of the things is it's like not one size fits all, but that's okay, right?
Yeah, it's not supposed
You want
to
a
be.
more generalized idea. It's like,
Yeah.
if you know somebody has this disorder, you should approach them like this.
Oh yeah.
Or understand that this person acts like this because of this disorder.
Yeah, I would say not so like pointing.
I would make it less general and let the speaker speak on their experiences.
Sure,
Yeah.
they can do that,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I feel like giving a more general aspect too would help a lot of people understand the disorder itself.
Yeah.
So reality check on that. The internet is full of information about this, what do we want the direction we head in here to be?
Learning,
Mm.
in my
It
opinion.
seems to me that it's more about consolidation and getting people, giving people an avenue or an entry into the door to learn
Specific
more about the
disorders.
things that are being presented.
Yeah.
It's also like it requires people to be searching the internet for these topics. So we're giving it a platform.
Like a primer.
Basically.
Okay, this is getting more coherent now. Is somebody writing this down?
I am.
Good.
I wrote ADHD. I wrote the different types of disorders, and then I said it's basically an introduction to neurodiversity primer, like as told by the person who has the actual disorder.
Yeah, they can talk about their personal experiences as well, but I
Yeah.
think having them give a generalized idea of why they are the way they are would be helpful for those who don't know.
Is there a acronym for schizophrenia?
Skits is not really a thing per se. It's a bunch of different stuff. Give me a moment.
There we go. I just
Dad
realized
has it,
I'm
but I don't think he knows anything about it.
acronymizing it. Yeah. And we've had grown people, which is not saying anything negative about them. It's just like they went, wow, I didn't realize there were other people like me, which was just so validating and awesome, to hear even, people
Are you
being
so
in
quiet
their...
all of a sudden?
Me?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
You suddenly got super quiet.
Okay.
I've got you boosted to 200%.
Hello.
Nixie.
Weird. I don't know. I'm not doing anything different. How
Be
about that?
closer to the mic, I guess. I don't know.
Speak louder.
Hello. Well, usually I get
Well, that's
like...
not louder when you're whispering it.
I'm not whispering it. I'm not whispering it. How about that?
Try. Can you take your pop filter off? That might help.
I refuse.
Just turn the thing up.
I will never get it back on. I can change some settings in Discord. Hang on one sec. But if anybody
Don't
could
change
add some
settings.
more disorders that they'd like visibility on, is autism
Autism, I think, is a big one because
Yeah.
I would like to learn more about autism.
It is. Autism is a reasonable
I didn't spell it
title. The details are involved.
I also like the idea that everything's a spectrum as well. Like, I think that's another thing is people just, one of the biggest misconceptions about any of these things is I feel like even with identity, whether it be diagnosis or everything is a
PID.
spectrum and you can have a assortment of all of them, or you can be classic. Like there's no rules. So I can understand why it's difficult because there's no rules. Okay, I'm going to
PID
go.
is BPD that you put.
No, they're not the same at all. No.
Yeah, those are different things.
Nope.
Well, see, this is why we need explanations from
Yeah.
people that live it.
You're thinking of MPD, which people think of
See, I don't
multiple
even-
personality
no,
disorder,
no,
which doesn't
no.
exist. So they
Okay.
used to call it multiple personality disorder, and then they changed it to DID. So that's probably where you're getting it, because it's MPD versus BPD. Yeah.
Like a lot of historical things have now been realized to not really exist. Asperger's, for example, used to be a thing. Now we know it's not really a thing.
I also think Tourette's would be good because I know people that have it, and it's not people screaming obscenities.
That one is often misunderstood.
Hypochondriacs.
There's a as I understand it, there's a big spectrum to Tourette's as well. Sometimes it's verbal tics, sometimes it's physical tics, things like that.
Yeah.
Yep. Sometimes it's both.
Sometimes it's both. You're right. In fact, there is a streamer, and I can't remember her
Sweet
name
Anita.
off the top of my
Sweet
head.
Anita.
Yes.
Everybody knows Sweet Anita.
Okay. Be right
We've
back.
reached out to her. Plot twist.
Hey everybody! I'm gonna try to fix my audio over.
We won't get it, but can't hurt to ask.
Yeah, that's kind of how we viewed it. It's like, a lot of people try to go for her, but well, it's worth a shot.
I mean, she just generally doesn't do things like that. After the last one was kind of a shit show. They are stressful and inconvenient.
Yeah, if we do get her, it'd probably be pre-recorded just so we can, work
You
with
guys
it.
you guys can't understate our value. Like, we did actually go on stage with Terry Crews and Katy Perry. We are actually like worth talking to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Head
it's not
swivel.
about worth talking to. It's
It's
Anita
her.
really hates doing those sorts of things because
Yeah.
she had a lot of shitty experiences with them.
Yep.
Hamill put in the chat mentioned the idea of self-diagnosis. That
Let's
might
see. There we go. Hey, everybody. Okay. So I'm gonna try to fix my Facebook. Hello, people on Facebook. I'm not gonna fix you. I'm gonna fix my. This is probably gonna deafen people if I go and fix my Discord. Does everybody use Discord? I'd be interested to know. Oh yeah, this is gonna. I'm gonna blow people's eardrums out. Hello, hello. All right, here we go. Oh, hi, nerd. We're kind of a big deal, man. We went. Okay, I just realized I'm listening to two different conversations at once, but I was like, we did go to Hollywood, and I totally was supposed to introduce Katy Perry, and yeah, it was. But she was all that she was basically in the same event as us, so that was good times. Okay, I'm going to bring it back up and see if my Discord has been fixed or if it still sucks hemorrhoidal anus. Wish me luck. Okay. I can hear myself say sucks hemorrhoidal anus, which is awkward. Okay, there we go. Yes, it will take 15 minutes for me to get back here. I hear you. Okay, entire screen, Windows, share system, and go. I popped the player out of a different window.
I'll post it again.
There we go. Hello.
Hello.
Is that loud as hell now?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
whatever you did fixed the problem.
Sorry, I'm just like talking tentatively.
Everybody should go back to 100% for her volume now.
Yes. Hello. Now I am whispering. Is this Clarice? Hello, Clarice.
You trying to pimp out Zaku? You're highlighting
Where's
all
that
of his comments.
I didn't mean to. All right, so we are probably wrapping up the first brainstorming session. This was pretty low key. We didn't promote it. We didn't really talk about it until the last minute. If you guys are interested, we're going to drop a link in the chat, all the chats. If you're interested in helping out our efforts, we're doing the Fall Festival. Geek Beacon Festival, we've done it before, so you won't be going in completely blind or anything like that. I think we have like a form that we created. I don't know, Conqueror might want to speak on that.
Yes.
But we are winding down. Oh, I just
Also
realized I said be right back.
.org/get-involved.
Get Destin. Yeah, if you want to know more about. Oh yeah, he's screen sharing it. Hang on one sec.
If you would like to learn more about GBF, watch the video that Mixie already showed, I think, earlier. This is everything we're doing. If you want to volunteer, click the link, fill in the form. If you
She's hiding all of it with her right click.
Sorry, just like rename me so I'm not be right back. Awkward.
I can't touch you. You're owner.
rename yourself.
Fair enough. I can't. It just said I was be right back this whole time.
Yes. Well, you have been be right back. Anyways.
Dude.
If you know anybody that you would love to have them speak at a conference, just fill in this form and then we'll reach out to them. If you want to be a sponsor, click the thing. Also, we are using the Open Collective, which, if you're not familiar, it's basically a way to finance open source projects. That's all very transparent. And as they also have a thing for tickets. So if you would like to attend, please get your free tickets, and
Oh,
then
yes.
we'll send you updates through the Open Collective. Basically, when we have things to share, we'll write a little note, and you'll get a little email about status updates.
Don't we have a
Otherwise,
link
just
tree that has all this info so we don't have to keep sending the same stuff?
everything is on the Get Involved page.
Yes.
It doesn't need a link tree.
Oh. I
It's
just posted that. Get involved. gbfest.org. Get-involved. And we already went through the growing pains of like starting a whole conference. So it will be much easier and fun. And that would be great. We are probably going to do in a couple of weeks. We'll do another massive we'll promote it a lot better. I also failed to mention I was doing a giveaway, so I'm not a streamer. Hashtag not a streamer. What?
They probably shouldn't do the giveaway.
Yeah, let's postpone the giveaway even more. I mean, it's fine. It's my technology. I get to decide when I give it away, right? It's literally sitting over there. But it is with Das Keyboard, so we do have a relationship with them, and that hopefully they'll actually talk about open hardware and whatnot. So yeah, I think we should wrap it up a little bit. Is there anything else that we wanted to cover?
I guess we if you want to get involved, fill out the form. We have been meeting or trying to restart our meetings where we'd meet once a week on Wednesdays, I believe, and come on down, join us. We don't have snacks, we don't have drinks. We would appreciate your presence.
We don't have snacks. Oh.
I mean, it's a virtual conference. What do you want? You can bring snacks to the meeting.
We do have cookies. Just open your web browser.
Yep.
But looking through those pages you just brought up made me remember a thing. It needs a better elevator pitch.
Oh God, don't say that.
Yeah.
I have a whole pitch.
Are you talking about the 10-page thing? The 9-page
No,
thing?
elevator pitch.
Oh,
Right?
like 15
you're in a lift
seconds?
with somebody, you've got 20 seconds. Describe what you're doing in a way that makes them care. Currently, the one-sentence description is...
Where is it?
It was on the tickets page, and it was like, it's about some stuff.
Oh, I don't think that's our official...
That probably has not been updated.
That tagline at the top there is like, that's horrible. It needs a better elevator pitch.
That one? It's our online conference that discusses topics such as game development, self-reliance, and neurodiversity. We've definitely wrote it... We've definitely wrote it much nicer in other places, even professionally. We have a writer in our team.
That was me.
Here to talk tech
she
and
was
chew
here.
bubblegum, and we're all like, goddamn bubblegum.
That was the updated version.
That's good.
The previous version just said GBS Fall Festival.
Yeah.
So I updated it a little bit to make it a little more fancy.
I'm proud of us, honestly, because some of these conferences that I've hosted, I don't want to name names, but they had no branding and basically a GeoCities website with Bill Gates turning into a devil and then back into Bill Gates again over and over again.
You know what? I want to say, if they're still able to maintain a GeoCities account after all these years, that's impressive too.
With dancing babies and those construction sites when they instead of 404s.
Yeah.
But if you want to be really horrified, I was about to say, so MySpace currently has slightly less than half as many users as it did at its peak. Shocking but true.
It's true.
Yeah,
And
it hasn't really become less popular. It was just never that popular to begin with.
Are they legit users? Nice.
90% are probably indie bands, though.
Is Justin Timberlake still an owner of MySpace? I know he bought it, or he bought stake in it.
I have no idea about. The thing is, at peak, MySpace had 30 million users, which by today's standards is basically nothing.
Yeah.
And it still has 15 million users.
I think I'm one of them. I just haven't logged in years.
I mean, to be fair, they didn't delete anybody. They moved them over to the new platform.
Justin Timberlake purchased MySpace for $35 million.
Yeah, he did that in 2014 or something like that?
Wow. Why did Justin Timberlake buy MySpace? There's a
He
need
wanted to
for a
turn it
place
into
where
a he
fans
wanted to
go.
turn it into a more like a music-centric thing, and it just kind of fizzled out.
I honestly bet there's the people that are into MySpace are probably like really into it.
Yeah,
Maybe
you can't do HTML on your page anymore.
Oh, but
It is
HTML.
mostly indie bands. That's the thing.
Yep.
Oh,
Indie bands
jeez.
and accounts created in like 2005 that have images that are like very tiny squares now.
All bathroom selfies.
Oh yeah,
Not like the-
we should all post
didn't-
our bathroom selfies.
I took
Nope.
one 6 months ago, and I'm very proud of it.
Nothing got upscaled. All the images are tiny.
So. Would it have been better if they invested in dig.com? Hey, I resemble that statement because I basically made bank off dig.com because Kevin Rose, who made Dig, ended up spinning off Revision 3, and then I joined their channel, so I basically made that sweet Dig money. And I'm an avid Redditor, so I knew the time before Reddit was Dig. Basically.
Did you get much actual money out of it?
Oh gosh, yes. I hadn't
that went well then.
I hadn't made as any level of success since then if we're talking about like monetary, but they totally had me. Like I wasn't able to make content that wasn't considered theirs. Like they owned me for years after that. People were like, "How is that possible?" I was like, "It's actually kind of common in content creation if you join a network. They basically say, and anything you make past this, they own." Yee. So thank God they went bankrupt.
Escaped them now?
I escaped them because they went bankrupt.
Does that actually work? Because sometimes somebody just buys their entire catalog.
Like Discovery TV bought them, but then they basically walked away. They tried to get people on Rev3 to like join their little old boys club because that's what they were.
We're done with the GBF meeting.
Yeah, we're done with the meeting. Woo! I'm gonna try to like load up Baldur's Gate and see how that works. There was a 35 gigabyte patch. So
do you want to promote are you doing games after this? Do you want to promote that?
yeah, I'm gonna take I think I just didn't I? I'm playing
you said
games.
You're downloading Baldur's Gate. You didn't
No, it's
why.
already downloaded. It's a 35 gigabyte patch, and I loved Baldur's Gate from the days of old. You know what I mean? Like I still have Imowen's like super pixelated profile picture on like most of my little forum accounts that I use that I'll never tell my name. But so I've been so excited to play Baldur's Gate 3, but my computer took a giant dump and I haven't been able to play until just now. Yay!
You have a tendency to have some computer that's broken in your vicinity.
I have one right now. It's called a NAS.
All
the footage.
And your computer has a virus.
Yeah, it's I feel I'm fairly certain that this computer is semi-hijacked and like resources are being allocated to like mine somebody's cryptocurrency somewhere.
If you're here for the GBF meeting, you can probably bow out now.
Yeah.
But no more crashing, right?
No more crashing! Woo!
Yay!
Okay, bye.
I'm probably gonna should I end the stream and then restart it? Is that how you do it? I don't know. How do I stream?
If it's a different topic, you probably want to have a different stream.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's going to be
you
like.
don't need to end it. You just need to change your title.
Oh, screw that. I'm just gonna end it.
I would
That's a
end
lot of
it
work.
if you don't- I would end it if you don't want to edit the video.
Okay.
Correct.
All right, you guys.
End
I
it.
will see you in 10 minutes.
Okay.
Thank you all for coming for GBF.
We'll figure out the Baldur's Gate offline. Thank you all. Oh no, Soulbill, we'll figure out for next time. It'll be like in 3 weeks in August, and we'll make sure that you can actually speak. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there.
Oh.
If it compiles, ship it. Boy. I like how I'm waving to Discord, but nobody sees me. Oh, hi. Okay. I hope that was fun for you guys. It's like really weird because nobody ever does stuff like this, but I kind of wanted to play. Maybe I'll play the intro of Geek Beacon Festival one more time for those of you who have not seen it. I believe I'm about to hop on to Baldur's Gate with Zaku. He let me know. If you don't know who Zaku is, you should. If you've seen anything about Geeks Abroad, it was absolutely amazing. Thank you, Jake. I'm so glad you gave so many awesome freaking submissions and suggestions. And I don't know if you're gonna stream. If you're gonna also play Baldur's Gate, I think we have. I'll have to check and see what I can do because I haven't booted it since like the alpha. The alpha. So yeah. Oh yeah, and this freaking mic has this is my hybrid Overwatch Carmen Sandiego shirt. Somebody mentioned that earlier. Never got a chance to respond. Cause yeah. I'm not a streamer, man. I'm a YouTuber. What do you want? 12 minutes to download and install. It only took 12 minutes to download the freaking 35 gigs. Wow. I remember when games were legitimately 12 megabytes or something, and that was like, wow. Yeah, Sombra. Oh, and she's booping. I can't show you really because of the mic. That part right there. That right there says boop, and she's booping the bubbles. I don't know why. But I love hybrid nerd shirts. I love. Yeah. So I'm probably going to play. Thank you guys so much. I will be returning in around 10 minutes to figure out how to get Baldur's Gate 3 working. So excited. I've played it so many years ago. I would love to know how many people have played Baldur's Gate, like the OG Baldur's Gate. Then I'll know exactly how old you are. My museum post. Yeah, dude, I didn't do anything good with this stream because I was supposed to kind of like do that social media post that I'm gonna go stream with a photo and like I'll get better at it. I will get better at it. It's really cool to see everybody showing up on a Sunday because that was one of the things. That was one of the things that was like, based on your audience, the worst day to stream is Sunday. I was like, Sunday it is, but we got up to 50 people, so that was nice. Yeah, called in sick today. Oh yeah. Well, Baldur's Gate would be a really chill game to watch, I feel like. I mean, there's a lot more effects than there was before. I'm sure you could imagine that. But all right, I'm gonna go play one more kind of, I don't want to say plug for the open source conference, but we're so proud of it, you guys. Like, we had so many talented hosts. To do this when you're completely volunteer, it was a dream come true, and I'd love for you guys to be a part of it. And even if you're just like an attendee on anything you need to check out, it's just gbfest.org/get involved, I believe it is. And it just has like what we're about, who we worked with, and also just, we need volunteers. That would be absolutely amazing. And yeah, I'll come back in around 10 minutes and then I'll tell you about this kind of technological geek cruise I got invited to like last minute. And I'm gonna like interview some beverage pouring robots on a floating island. That'll be pretty interesting, and I cannot wait to explain more about that. That'll be good times. In the meantime, check this out one more time. Let's go. See you guys soon. Hi, I'm Nixie Pixel, founder of Geek Beacon.
And I'm Mark Watson, also known as Soldier Knows Best.
Malik from New Meta Group. I'm Dom Esposito from YouTube.
And I'm Dr. Anthony Bean from Geek Therapeutics.
And thanks, guys, for tuning in for this year's Geek Beacon Festival in support of the Able Gamers charity. Geek Beacon's mission is to create opportunities for techies and gamers and people with disabilities and neurodiversities.
Helping brands protect their trademarks and copyrights online. Dahlia also litigates cutting-edge cases, include online defamation, sexting, and cyberbullying. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dahlia Safer. How's it going?
Woo! All right, you're officially coming to introduce me every presentation I give from now on.
It's a great quote. If you're not willing to learn, then no one can help you. And if you are determined to learn, then no one can stop you.
Kind of went from being fully sighted to being blind very quickly. And one of the things I really missed was gaming. As I love my Xbox and my PlayStation, and all of a sudden that became something I couldn't use anymore. And then all of a sudden I discovered a genre of games called audio games.
A public good could be, we hope, clean air. If I'm using it, if I'm breathing the clean air, you can also be breathing the clean air, and it's not diminishing its use, and it can't really be stopped for only one of us to have clean air.
My name is Dom Esposito, and welcome to Save a Spoon. And this is all about setting healthy boundaries.
The unit of measurement is a spoon, used to quantify mental energy that any person has for activities during a time period, a day or a week, where X activity costs Y number of spoons. But when your spoons are depleted, there is this inability to complete the other tasks that are needed to be accomplished. This is only replenished by rest.
My name is Brian, and this presentation is reframing accessibility in gaming. It's about how, despite the fact that we are, games are more accessible than ever, we still have a long way to go.
Mark Watson, known as Soldier Knows Best, he creates video content covering consumer electronics from cell phones to drones to robotic vacuum cleaners. Fast forward a few years later, he turned his hobby into a community over 1 million users across social media accounts.
But Johnny Wu is the Namer Community Manager at Namebase and a Director of Handshake. Welcome, Johnny. How's it going?
Thank you. Yeah, it's going really well. That was actually a really good and accurate introduction. I don't recall writing that, so you guys definitely did your homework.
Hey, look, they're behind the scenes. You got a great team.
Dr. Anthony Bean, welcome. How are you? It's good to see you.
I'm doing okay. It's just like I came off of it. I feel super refreshed. It's really kind of crazy.
And I want this to be a question not only for everybody, but right now for Dr. Goku, and then after that, Anthony. Violent video games. Violent video games, violent video games. Everybody either loves them or hates them. They are very polarizing. They are very controversial.
Able Gamers is an amazing organization using video games and gaming to battle the social isolation faced by people with disabilities. IO is a big tech company here, IO.tech, for running a giveaway for a Samsung S9, not an S5, not an S7, an S9 is being given away preloaded with that slick IO OS. Big thank you goes to Das Keyboard for running a giveaway during Geek Beacon Fest 2022. The first, but not going to be the last, I tell you.
And if you know anything about us here at Geek Beacon, we fight for the users. I've been saying that since I don't even know how long.
Thank you so much to Geek Beacon. This is a wonderful opportunity and really appreciate all the work that y'all have done. This is a monumental event, and I can't imagine the production that's gone into it.
It was an honor to be part of the festivities, an honor to be part of the day. And you can also follow Geek Beacon on social media at Geek Beacon on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. If you haven't done so already, please go do already, or geekbeacon.org. That's where I got to check out all the information about what Geek Beacon is, because it's not just about being a geek, it's about being a geek for good.
Assembly language is a low-level programming language for a computer or other programmable device that is closest to the machine language. It is.
Yay, autoplay. Awesome. Assembly language. Oh boy. That's apparently what they thought was relevant to my interests. I had to change. Oops. And get this You Have Died of Dysentery because it is one of the older games that I can think of, and we're playing Baldur's Gate, so. Yay! Okay, I'm gonna rename all of the streams and then replay. So if you are a real one, you will connect. You will connect to the next stream. Okay.